welcome again. We are here today to give you an update on the EmploymentWorks service. Next slide, please. Just a quick land acknowledgement. So everybody understands that CFASA operates their services across Treaty 6, 7, and 8 and the homeland of the Métis Nation. We are a province-wide service provider. We feel very privileged to support autistic individuals and their families on the traditional lands of many Indigenous peoples whose rich histories, languages, cultures, and traditions continue to influence vibrant communities. We are also grateful for this land and all the plants and animals we share with it. They nurture our bodies and spirit. Next slide, please. Also, just so you're aware, the EmploymentWorks program is something that is funded federally by the Government of Canada's Opportunities Fund. And that Sineave Family Foundation out of Calgary is who distributes and manages that grant. So that's how the funding of EmploymentWorks works. And we thank you to them. Next slide, please. Oh, and it is my absolute pleasure to introduce our amazing EmploymentWorks, or EW for short, team. We have Constance Ohm. Do a little wave, Constance. She's been with us just over a year now, right, Constance?
Yeah.
Maybe a year and a half, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting
amazing. Yeah. Love it. I love it. Constance has an employment background in human services and post-secondary education, and she really is an expert in job support development, career services, and professional networking, and we are more than happy to have her. And we have our Jennifer Fair. If you want to give a little wave, Jennifer.
Hello.
Thank you. Jennifer also has an employment background in tech, business, and human services. And she is an absolute expert in accommodations, employer support, and neuroaffirming care. So this is our wonderful EmploymentWorks team who you meet and interact with on the regular if you're part of our services. I am definitely a background person. I support in the background, and every once in a while, somewhat rarely, you may or may not see me. Next slide, please.
Okay, I guess I'm up. So what is EmploymentWorks? So EmploymentWorks is a one-to-one employment support service. It's designed for autistic people, neurodivergent people, and people with disabilities. I know because we work out of CFASA, a lot of times it's a misconception that we only work with individuals who are autistic, but that's not the case. And we work with individuals who want help finding and keeping meaningful work. So here's some eligibility. So in order to participate in the EmploymentWorks service, you have to be 15 years or older. I do believe our cap is age 64. You self-identify as autistic, neurodivergent, or as having a disability. We do not need to see doctor's notes, assessments, or anything like that. So if you identify to us as I'm an autistic adult, that is okay. We don't need to see, doctor proof or anything like that. You have the legal right to work in Canada, so that is open to Canadian citizens, permanent residents, or individuals with a refugee status. One great thing, and one thing that we really strive for, is that you're motivated and actively looking for a job, right? It's really hard to work with someone who's not that motivated. So we want to make sure that you're motivated, you're looking for a job. You may need support to prepare for employment, maybe find employment and succeed in the workplace. Also, there needs to be a level of commitment to skill building activities and regular meetings with EmploymentWorks facilitator, which will be myself or Jennifer. because we find that those that work closely with us in regular contact, those are our most successful job seekers that we have in our service. Just a little side note, additional eligibility criteria may be applied based on service availability and funding, and those things will be kind of talked about with while you're in the EmploymentWorks service.
So in terms of the program setup, it is with our participants, our job seekers, and either Constance or myself with one-to-one employment coaching. We work individually on a personalized employment plan. This includes specific barriers for your participation in employment, your skills, your strengths, and how those best translate to working for you. We also offer support developing resumes, tailoring resumes, going through the application process, and interview preparation. One thing that has been very successful through our program is mock interviews, and they actually happen with human resources staff. It is an excellent way to get some real experience in a lower stakes environment. We offer help planning your job search as well, and then ongoing employment support. So once people are advanced to start a job, we're also there to help things get settled in. We can help employers with questions they have. We also offer a selection of online modules. So a lot of these go across the job search timeline, but also things like how to understand what your pay looks like as an employer, how to navigate disclosure and accommodations in the workplace, stress management. So other aspects that help everyone in the workplace. Here's a little timeline of what the EmploymentWorks service looks like. So the first 8 weeks when someone starts is called the core service elements. We'll meet individually and every week for that first 8 weeks. Whenever we go through the application process, it's done, then you start and you're not waiting for a group to accumulate. We have those flexible learning activities. So completing them are part of those core service elements. There are those online modules. We offer LinkedIn Learning as well. We have some workshops, again, with that disclosure and accommodation. And then the last element is workplace exposure. This, we work with individuals to determine what is the most meaningful. It could be a short shift at a job site to sample what it looks like. It could be a tour at a specific workplace. It could be interviewing with somebody in that role to see what makes a successful application and job there. Once the core service elements are completed in that first 8 weeks, we work towards getting work. Meetings still continue on, but they'll shift to every 3 or 4 weeks. We offer an online job search platform, which will organize a lot of those aspects as well, help you to tailor your resumes, help with cover letters. The job postings go through there, and then tracking where you've applied as well. Once you get a job, service continues with those regular meetings and check-ins. We find that this proactive approach is really what helps people to be successful in the workplace. So we want to continue to have that relationship. EmploymentWorks offers work experience funding or a wage subsidy up to 360 hours. So somebody who was working a full 40-hour week, for instance, that would be 9 weeks. Many people who are looking to start with EmploymentWorks want part-time hours, so it extends even further than that. We'll also offer help on the job. We have a lot of experience navigating disclosure. We can help to develop specific accommodations, talk through anything that may come up on the job. It is a very individualized service. The service at this point ends on March 31st, 2027. So that's where our timelines go up into that date. Our work experience funding depends on there. We're hoping to get people in as soon as we can so that people have more time. Here's a simplified version of our application process next. So the first step is a contact form, which is conveniently located on the CFASA website. It should only take a minute or two. Constance or I will reach out to just make sure that those suitability criteria are checked off. You're over 15, you are eligible to work in Canada, you're motivated, all of those things in writing. We then do a Teams or phone screening just to talk through what the service looks like, what your situation looks like, and help to figure out where we make the most sense in relation to each other. Once people advance from there, there are a couple of online forms that we email to you. They do have a bit more detail because that's how government programs often work. We are available to help with any of that, of course. And then you start EmploymentWorks. As Constance mentioned before, we do review everybody individually to make sure that we are able to provide support at a helpful level. It's not necessarily going to be for everyone, and we do have other resources that we're able to suggest as well. Before we get on to questions you might have, we'll see if they've been answered with the list on the slide here. So first one, timelines. So if you've submitted that contact form, we'll respond to people within 5 business days as long as you live in our service area around Edmonton. If you do not live around Edmonton, then the EmploymentWorks National Service does have an online portion which you can use, and that we provide information on our contact form as well. We give you a convenient booking link for your readiness screening, and things go from there. If you're currently in school, we do consider individual circumstances. It's not going to be a universal thing as to your readiness for EmploymentWorks. People only get access to it once though, and being in school, because there is a lot of effort and attention that goes into that, we want to make sure that you get the most out of it you can. This may look like waiting until you're finished with school and you've got that to add to your employment journey. Again, we look at everyone as an individual and assess the best way that your employment journey is supported. That's the end of everything we had to present then. Not a lot here. So we have lots of time for